Hello and welcome back to Harry Shoots People. If you've been into film photography for a length of time, you'll start to notice that everyone gives the same advice, which is to print your work. But me personally, I had no idea on how to print my work, how to even go about doing it professionally. And this is following on from an earlier video where I shot film back in my hometown of Hull, and I realised that I wanted to get one of the photos, this, professionally printed for my dad for Christmas. So, having no idea how to do it, I thought I'd make this video to follow along the steps so that you have an easier guide to sort of follow along with and see where I went wrong and what I would have done differently. So, only having the picture and basically no other clue of how to do any of this, I asked my friend Joe, who gets his photos printed quite often, and he recommended that I check out the print space. So I headed on over to their website to see what I could do. Once here, I was told to order a sample pack of the photo paper, which would give me an idea of what options I had for printing my photo. To start a running tally, the sample pack itself was $14.99 and then came to $21.44 with shipping. And then a couple days later, this arrived. So the sample pack shows us 11 different images, all printed in different ways, ranging between two types, either that or C-type or G-clave printing. Personally, for the print I was going for, I wanted something that was matte and not shiny, so I limited down my options to these 6, and then slowly limited it down to these 2, which it was a tough time picking between. It came down to either the bamboo paper or the German etching paper. Okay, so it's been a couple of days since we got the sample pack delivered, and I've had a bit of time to think over my decision, and I think I'm going to go with number 9, which was the bamboo paper. Just like the texture of it, and hopefully I like what it'll do to the image. So the next step Joe's told me to do is to add the paper profile to the file that I'm going to send them, so I can sort of semi-preview what it'll do to the tones, just because I'm worried about how the final picture's going to come out, just because it'll be slightly different to how it appears on my phone, for instance. So we're going to go do that now. Okay, so if I sounded confused in that last clip, it's because I definitely was, but after a couple tutorials, I managed to find out what I was doing. I managed to assign the profile into like the same folder that's supposed to go on your computer. I can't explain it. I would just recommend you Google it because it will definitely tell you. But here you can see I imported all of the print space profiles into my Photoshop folder, and I'm just testing them out here. You can see the subtle differences between each one and how it will change like the tones and how your print will end up coming out. It sort of gives you a pre-visualization. But I've swapped back to the bamboo and I'm just checking through here. Yep, zooming into every area, making sure it looks exactly how I want it to. And I think I'm still pretty happy with it. Okay, so now that all that's done, we're here at the print shop website, gone through to ordering a print, and you can see you select the print type there, and here I'm just going to work out what size I want it to be. The scans I get back from the lab are only medium quality, so if you have a better scan, you could probably go slightly higher than the 211 DPI that I chose, but 18 by 14.4 inches seems like a good choice. Border size all zeros, and I'm just going print only. So that came to £25.60. Okay, so the printer's just been ordered. It cost me, I believe, £32.50 all in all. So we'll see when that comes. Hopefully it should be a couple of days, and catch up with you guys then. Dope. Okay, so it's the morning 2 days later, and look what just turned up. I didn't realise exactly how big 18 by 14 inches was, so this is the size of like what's arrived. So it's about the size of half of me. Really excited. Very nervous actually, so let's get it open. Okay, so seeing my work printed for the first time ever. I've just seen it, so I'm slightly ahead of you guys, but there it is. And it's come out looking absolutely sick. I'm really happy. I did forget to add a border, but if it's going in a frame anyway, it won't matter, because I'm not like, there'll be a white border around it anyway. The bamboo paper was definitely the right choice. I really like the feel of it, and you can't really tell here, but it has like just the right amount of texture to it. Yeah, really happy with it. A great delivery. The lighting in it sucks. There we go, just on it. So now that all that's left is to actually give it to my dad. Okay, so very quickly we're gonna go out. We're gonna go out and have a quick look for a frame to see if we can get a frame, just so it's easier to do it all now rather than ordering a frame separate. So yeah. Frame obtained. Big ol' frame. And now we're back in from the cold. We'll go into a bit more detail. So I bought this from Sostream Green. It was £23.60, so we can add that to the current total. This in particular is 50 centimeters by 70 centimeters. I don't know what that equates to in inches, but when I measured it, the print itself was 18 by 14.4, and I was looking for something 22 by 16, which I think this is slightly bigger than, but that's fine. Because I forgot to add a border to the photo itself, this white backing, I'm going to flip it around. Hopefully it's just all plain and basic white on the back. So that'll serve as sort of a big border around the image, and we'll see how that goes. If not, I'm going to have to go out and purchase a piece of card to fill in for that. But let's put it together and see how it looks. Boom. Okay, so once I got it all framed up and put nicely in there, I realised that it wasn't a glass frame, it was a plastic frame. And now I don't like how it looks. I'll show you now. Unfortunately, it just quite isn't like clear enough for what I'm going for. It's a bit easier to tell in person, obviously. And also, preferably, I'd like this in the middle. So it's off to do a bit more frame shopping. Let's go! I'm looking for something definitely glass this time. Black border, around the same size and around the same cost. So let's see what we can find. And no, I'm not being a perfectionist. Boom! Now that I've thought about it, the place I'm looking for is just like an arts and crafts store. So if anyone sees one in the immediate area, please let me know. Like and subscribe as well, please. Okay, so the small frame, is £35, and it would fit. It is 20 inches by 16 inches, so it would fit quite nicely. I just need the sheer card to go with it as well. and it made transporting it back home a lot easier. So I might go with this, apart from the fact that it was the cost to print the photo. But we'll see. We'll see. Maybe they'll do influencer discount. Mind you though, this is sort of exactly the card I'm looking for the back sheet. Okay guys, mission unsuccessful. Unfortunately, it was a plastic frame, or like a plastic instead of glass. So, I don't really know what to do. It looks like there might be one on Argos that I can pick up, local independent business retailer Argos. So maybe we'll do that as an emergency backup option. Hopefully we can grab it today. We'll see. So day 3 of picking a frame, and we have one. We'll see what it's like when we get home. So. It's quite a cool looking building. Frame required. This is filling me with confidence. So let's go inside and get it open. So the frame is looking great. I got it the same size as the other one. It's 50 by 70 centimeters. The border's a little bit thicker, but that's fine. That's kind of what I want ideally. Now all they're left to do is just swap it over with that one and see how the picture looks in it. But already you can see that hopefully it's going to make a massive difference. So we're getting swapped over now. Okay, so I just added the final touches, which is just, you can't really make it out there, but it's just a nice Christmas message, and also it's numbered 1 of 1. My first ever printed work. Pretty cool, pretty cool. And just whilst I start framing this up, now might be a great time to ask you guys to, if you're enjoying this video, like the video, and if you're liking the channel, why not subscribe? It's really useful for me, because it lets me know what kind of stuff you guys are enjoying and what stuff you'd like to see. There's not a lot of materials out there for getting your work printed, i.e. something like this, where it's sort of just like my experience. It's not the most professional thing in the world, I'll be honest, but so I just wanted to make this video just so there's something out there that's easily accessible. And it's okay if you mess up and you have to go out shopping for a frame 3 times, because hey, the real print was the friends we made along the way. It's in now. I'm not going to show it to you guys just yet. I want a nice final reveal. Oh, I completely forgot to mention how much the frame was as well. So I believe this frame was 20, maybe 18, I want to say. It'll say here. I got it on sale. It was definitely a tenner off. And I got it from, as I said, local independent retailer Argos. So far, these are all the cost breakdowns. It's cost me this much, and if you were to do it properly without making any mistakes, it'd be this much, and if you didn't have to buy the sample pack, it'd be this much. So that's the absolute minimum. That's the maximum. Well, not the maximum, you spend as much as you like on it, but that's how much I spent. And I hope this has been informative for you guys as well. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm very excited to print more work in the future and get it framed, because it just looks great. I'll be honest, I've seen it, you guys haven't. I'm really happy with it, and I can't wait to give it to my dad as a Christmas present. So we'll cut to tomorrow when I travel back to Hull and give it to him.
Thanks for my commissioned artwork, Harry. It's fantastic. It looks very atmospheric.